Hello, today we're going to demo using Docker and VSTS. So with Docker, the end goal here is to control the Docker image so that as I build on my desktop with all the engineers on my team using this specific image, and I've defined an image here that says, hey, all the devs here are going to use Ubuntu, we're going to use this set of tools, and we're going to get this version of Node. So we defined a certain image, and as one dev on the team builds with that image, you want it to be the same image that the other dev builds with for consistency, and there's no ramp up setting up his machine. And it's also when we go to the CI server, we want to make sure the CI server builds, does an npm install and builds everything. So before we get into VSTS, just as a dev, what I would do is I would build this image. I published it on Docker Hub. I can go ahead and just run this image right here. I just have a shortcut script to do it. Oh, one directory up, sorry. So I'm in my dev environment. So now I can go into my app and I can do what devs do, right? We do npm install. We do npm build. Oops, sorry, npm run build. And we're waiting a little bit for the npm install production. When we get this into VSTS, we also want to leverage our npm tasks because they do important things for us, like setting up credentials and making it just work with VSTS. So making this work as a dev does, and then also make sure that we leverage all the assets in VSTS is important. So I've run the tests, and I've run the build. Now I can run a unit test. And once again, all the tool sets are the same versions in Node. Node are the same version of all the tool sets and SDKs. One other important concept is the image that I'm using is the build and test that devs use every day. It's likely a superset of the one that's going to be running in prod. I may not want C++, compilers, SDKs, etc. So realizing that's important. So all my tests pass, and if I run this in CI/CD, I can be assured it should pass as well. Works on my box, works on their box too. So now what I want to do is, as I exit back out to the host, I actually want to build the image from the host. Because I want it to actually be in my image store. Oops. Sorry, wrong directory again. So I've mapped in the build directory in my image. So it has access to the source, all the builds there, and now I've built an actual Note API production image. So this did a production npm install. And if I do Docker images, you can see, the one that I created yesterday and just updated. So now let's go to VSTS. When I work inside VSTS, I basically want to allow VSTS to automate that same flow I did as a dev and an engineering team, which means I have to run some tasks inside the image that I've published. I need to create the image in the host, and then be able to publish that image. And then later I'm going to do Docker Compose and actually run tests against that image. So if we look at this definition right here, and we edit the definition, as I mentioned before, leveraging our task assets is really important. So I want to be able to use the same git sources, the same npm install, the same npm, here I'm doing npm run build, the same npm run test, and then I use our built-in Docker task to build one in the registry. And here we're just printing out the version of Node just to prove that we're inside the container. And the Linux image that we're running this on doesn't have Node or anything installed. So if I queue this build, basically here's all the npm install, the exact same thing we saw when it ran on my box. Right now we're npm running the build, and we're running the test, all the tests passed, and there we go, we're building the image, and we printed out the image list on the host box, the agent that we pointed at. If we go back and edit the definition, right now we don't have a UI to select the image, but that would be easy enough to add. If we go over to each of these tasks has a ref name that we use for output variables, and the way we're telling it which image to use. Why can't I drag that splitter? Anyway, we have a per ref name saying this task, use this image. And as I said, it's really important that some tasks run in the dev image, then we build the image from the host, and then when we add Docker Compose next, which is the next demo we're going to do, we want to actually spin up Docker Compose from the host and then actually run the tests with a prod image. So that's it for right now. Thank you.